Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WWE 2K24 Universe Mode series, and we're here on Friday Night Smackdown. We have just over one more week until the Crown Jewel Premium Live event, but here tonight we have more tag team action in the WWE Tag Team Titles Tournament, and we have the newly reformed Hurt Business between Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, but the Street Profits are the ones in action here tonight. So they were successful a couple of weeks back at defeating the New Day to progress in this WWE Tag Team Tournament. So the winners, or the new Tag Team Champions I should say, will be crowned at Crown Jewel. No more fitting place than Crown Jewel to crown new champions. And the Street Profits are hoping that they can be the inaugural WWE Tag Team Champions on Friday Night Smackdown in this Universe mode. Bobby Lashley out here, I'm guessing to just ensure that things go smoothly for the Hurt Business. So the Street Profits were impressive in their victory against the New Day. The New Day obviously an experienced tag team in their own right, but the Street Profits have one hell of a challenge, considering the fact that they're coming up against brothers. It's the Creed brothers who, to be honest, they had a little bit of an easier match, I would say, against Alpha Academy, because it seemed like the communication broke down between Alpha Academy, and Chad Gable did leave the ring and kind of left Otis behind. We have yet to hear anything from Alpha Academy. We don't know what's going on with that situation. We also saw Kurt Angle having a brief word with Chad Gable before that match. So I wonder whether Kurt Angle's going to get himself involved in the Alpha Academy, or maybe potentially trying to help them grow as a faction. I'm not sure, only time will tell, but the Creed brothers were able to defeat Alpha Academy to earn their spot here tonight. So the winners of this match will be heading to Crown Jewel to challenge for the WWE Tag Team titles. So we're underway here. Brutus Creed slamming Montez Ford down to the mat immediately into the pinfall, but Montez Ford easily able to get the shoulder up. The first attack of the match there, and Brutus Creed was trying to test things out. Now Montez Ford not going to allow Brutus to drag him into the Creed brothers corner. Montez Ford now off the springboard into the DDT. The speed at which Montez Ford can just change things is remarkable. One of the top superstars on the roster. And a big kick there by Brutus Creed. The Creed brothers are really trying to propel their career in WWE here. Trying to become the inaugural Tag Team Champions on Friday Night Smackdown in this Universe mode. That'll be one way to cement your legacy here. Also one way to really make sure that you're remembered. Into the cover now is Julius Creed. Just a 1 count. Montez Ford able to get the shoulder up. Julius Creed just measuring his man, and now going after Angelo Dawkins, ensuring that Montez Ford stays in the ring. This was one thing that the Creed brothers did very well in that first matchup as well, was just isolating one half of the opposite team and almost splitting the ring in half. Montez Ford did have an opportunity there to maybe tag out, but he opted not to, into a bit of a Uranagi there. A rock bottom of sorts, but Montez Ford looking like he wants to tag. Angelo Dawkins heads into the ring. And Angelo Dawkins now just sending Brutus Creed flying. I'm surprised he didn't go flying out of the ring, but into the cover now. Brutus Creed able to get the shoulder up after a 1 count. Plenty of fight left in both of these teams at the moment. Now Angelo Dawkins just showing the power that he has on display. The Creed brothers know all about that as well, because they're a pretty powerful duo themselves. And oh my goodness, Angelo Dawkins with a new kind of attitude, really making sure that he uses his power and his strength. And into a DDT now. Brutus Creed able to turn things around. Julius Creed did want a tag not so long ago, but Brutus Creed able to get back on top of things here. So opting to maybe deal more damage. Now he's going to go for the tag. Julius Creed makes his way into this one. Oh, a huge clothesline takes Angelo Dawkins down to the mat. Montez Ford not looking too happy. And Julius Creed now just with some words to Montez Ford as he takes down his partner. Now Julius Creed sending Montez Ford into the ring. And oh my word, Julius Creed taking on the Street Profits all on his own. Bobby Lashley not looking too pleased on the outside, and Julius Creed really showing his athleticism here and his talents. And oh, there's the power of Julius Creed just throwing Angelo Dawkins across the ring. Now Brutus into the matchup, and now Brutus giving Angelo Dawkins a bit of a taste of his own medicine. Montez Ford wanting to be tagged back in here, but as I said before, the Creed brothers are so good at just isolating one member of the opposite team and splitting the ring in half. Brutus Creed now driving an elbow into the heart of Angelo Dawkins. And now Brutus Creed, oh, he's feeling it here, but he's received a bit of a stiff jab by Montez Ford. Montez Ford knows that Angelo Dawkins is in some trouble, so he wants to ensure that if Angelo Dawkins gets the opportunity for a tag, he's there. And now into the cover is Brutus Creed. Just a 1 count. Angelo Dawkins still has plenty of fight left in him, and there's the tag. Somehow, Angelo Dawkins was able to quickly get the tag there, just using his speed and his athleticism to scurry across the ring. But Montez Ford is now the one in danger. Oh, he's able to reverse. The Creed brothers are really looking impressive so far in this tournament. They could be the next WWE Tag Team champions if they are successful here tonight. If they carry on this form, then it's going to be hard to see who can actually beat them. The other teams involved are obviously the Bloodline. Oh, Montez Ford into a neck breaker there and into the cover, but Julius Creed breaks things up. Now everyone's in the ring, but Julius Creed able to use his quickness to get out of danger. Now Montez Ford heading to the top rope. He could be looking for the frog splash. He connects with it into the cover. This one could be all over. The Street Profits for the victory. No! My word, Brutus gets a shoulder up at 2.9. I don't think he could have waited a second longer, but as I was saying before, the Bloodline and the Asylum are the other two teams still involved in this tournament. They'll be going head-to-head next week, so they'll be keeping a close eye on this one, I'm sure. And Montez Ford now with an elbow drop to the heart of Brutus Creed into the cover again. This one could be all over. Brutus Creed in trouble, and oh my word, the Creed brothers have fallen to the Hurt Business. And the Street Profits, with Bobby Lashley by their side, well, they're looking like things are on the up for them. A force to be reckoned with. Even though they took a bit of a beating, to be honest, they were able to turn things around. And they'll be keeping an eye on who wins next week and who they'll be up against at WWE Crown Jewel. So, ladies and gentlemen, moving on with the show, and we've got one hell of a showdown here for you guys. We have Queen of the Ring action once again. This time, two undefeated superstars going head to head. So Asuka is currently undefeated in this universe mode. She did obviously, I guess you could count the Money in the Bank as a loss, as she didn't win that, but technically she wasn't pinned or submitted, so I don't really know if you can count that as a loss on her record. But Asuka, so far in this universe mode, is undefeated, and she's here in the Queen of the Ring tournament, or the Queen's Crown tournament, and she's looking to potentially head towards the world title picture once again. But she's also up against another female superstar who is also undefeated in this universe mode series as well. So Asuka was actually undrafted at the start of this series, but even the person she's coming up against here tonight, she was undrafted as well. But they both were involved in a tag team match where they earned themselves a contract here on SmackDown, and they earned themselves that spot in the ladder match the Money in the Bank ladder match. So Asuka's opponent here tonight was also unsuccessful in that ladder match too. So I guess if you're going to count a loss on Asuka's record, then you'll count it on her opponent's record as well. But Asuka out here, she's ready to go. So Asuka has one hell of a challenge. She's coming up against the Storm herself, Jade Cargill. One hell of a match this is going to be between two of the best superstars in the division. Jade Cargill is out here. She did go face to face with Bianca Belair after Bianca Belair was successful at taking that title away from Io Sky at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. So I wonder if that was a hint that she believes that she's going to progress in this tournament and potentially win it and then come after Bianca Belair. We'll have to see how things go with that though. As for now, Jade Cargill is going to have to remain focused as she is coming against Asuka, another undefeated superstar. So this is going to be one hell of a match. Hopefully it doesn't end in a draw. We need a victor here tonight. Jade Cargill making her way into the ring. The crowd in absolute awe of one of the fastest rising superstars in WWE. We're going to have to wait and see how her Universe Mode career progresses, whether she can take it to the next step here tonight. Asuka is no slouch. It's going to be one hell of a challenge for both of these superstars. So Queen of the Ring action underway, and oh my word, right out the gate, a big boot right to the face of Asuka. Asuka kind of ran straight into it, but Asuka now off the springboard into the drop kick. Asuka with that unique offense, the type of offense that leaves you wondering what she's going to do next. These two going back and forth, neither one can really get the upper hand here so far. And over the top rope goes Asuka. Asuka does have Kairi Sane in her corner there, which could prove to be the difference, to be honest. Into the cover now. Jade Cargill feels that maybe that was enough, but not quite. Needs to deal more damage to Asuka. Jade Cargill trying to stay on top of things here, but Asuka fighting her way back into this one. Sending Jade into the corner, and a big drop kick to the chest of Jade Cargill. These two now trading blows, and Kairi Sane up onto the apron here. Looks like she's taking off that turnbuckle pad. Maybe to just cause a bit of a distraction and allow Asuka an opportunity. But Jade Cargill needs to remain focused. These two trading blows back and forth, dropping bombs on each other. Who's going to come out on top? I'm not sure if it's a smart idea to be trading blows with Jade Cargill. But Asuka is standing her ground. Jade Cargill getting the upper hand though. Jade Cargill just wiping Asuka out, taking her down to the mat, and now some ground and pound as well. So yeah, as I was saying, Jade Cargill needs to remain focused. She can't allow Kairi Sane to be too much of a distraction here. That's going to be the biggest test for her. Oh my word. Jade Cargill already going for the glam slam. She connects with it into the cover now. Kairi Sane's not looking too impressed. This one could be all over. Jade Cargill, no. Asuka's got more fight left in her. That's why she's undefeated as well. Now the referee looking to fix up the turnbuckle pad there. Into the cover though goes Asuka. So Kairi Sane potentially costing Asuka a little bit here. Now Kairi Sane also grabbing a kendo stick. Looked like she may have been thinking about dropping that into the ring, but the referee, I think, saw her and actually told her none of that, please. So Kairi Sane does have to be careful as well. She doesn't want to get herself ejected here, because then she'll be leaving Asuka all alone. I'm guessing that she's out here as a little bit of insurance for Asuka. Now Jade Cargill bringing Asuka back to her feet and bringing her back in, and oh, Asuka able to turn things around, and Asuka into a submission hold here. Jade Cargill's in a bit of trouble now. The referee asking if Jade Cargill's ready to tap out and give up. Is she going to give up in the Queen's Crown tournament? No, she's not. Jade Cargill rolling to the outside. Kairi Sane having some words with the WWE Universe just there. And oh my word, I'm not sure what Asuka was doing. I think she was just kind of baiting Jade Cargill in there. Asuka now looking to take that turnbuckle pad off. So she's probably got some evil intentions. Thinking about maybe distracting the referee. That's clearly why Kairi Sane is also out here. Jade Cargill using the ropes to get herself back to her feet. Smart choice there. Oh, but hung up on the ropes with that stunner. Countouts are a factor here. So the winner of this match here tonight will be going on to face Becky Lynch next week. And then the winner of that match will head to Crown Jewel to face Charlotte Flair in the Queen's Crown Tournament final. And then the winner of that will get a title opportunity. So Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are going to have to be keeping a close eye on this tournament. But it's on a 7 count now. Asuka could be potentially looking for a count-out victory here. An 8 count now. These two need to head back into the ring. Jade Cargill is still a little bit groggy here. The referee on a count of 9. Can Jade Cargill make it back into the ring? She needs to snap out of it. Oh my word. Asuka has got the count-out victory. Well, I'm not sure how Jade Cargill is going to take that going forward, but nonetheless, Asuka with the victory, and she progresses to face Becky Lynch, the man coming up against Asuka next week in the semi-final of the Queen's Crown Tournament. Roman Reigns. You took a year and a half off of my career, so last week, the Viper struck. The venom coursed through my veins as I planted the Tribal Chief with an RKO. Oh, Roman, you felt the sting, didn't you? But oh, how close I came to delivering the final blow. And during that year and a half, all I could think about was putting my boot through your skull. How close I came. I could taste it, Roman. I could taste the sweet satisfaction of watching you crumble beneath my boot. But you were saved, weren't you? Saved by your loyal lapdog, Jey Uso. How fitting, Roman. How fitting that you rely on others to fight your battles for you. But know this, Roman Reigns. The Viper strikes alone, and I am coming for what you hold most dear. The undisputed Universal Championship. That's what I want, Roman. And I will stop at nothing to claim it as my own. So consider this your warning, Bloodline. The Apex Predator is hungry and he's coming for his rightful place at the top of the food chain. So, ladies and gentlemen, moving into our main event of the evening. Drew McIntyre is out here awaiting his opponent in the King of the... Oh my word. Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes... But he's injured. Why is Batista wiped out Cody Rhodes, the general manager? It looks like he's... Oh my word. The animal Batista has wiped out Cody Rhodes backstage, even though Cody Rhodes is actually injured. He's out injured at the moment, so why was he even here? But so many questions. Maybe Cody Rhodes was supposed to enter the King of the Ring tournament. Maybe he was cleared for action early on. Earlier than expected. But Batista is supposed to be the general manager and he's just entered himself into this matchup. My word, he's been kind of at a bit of a power struggle since he joined WWE or rejoined WWE as the SmackDown general manager. And clearly he's letting the power get to his head. Clearly he wants a title opportunity. He clearly wants to go after Roman Reigns, I'm guessing. Because why else is he here? He went to the outside there for a second. May have been potentially thinking about grabbing a weapon, but able to slip in behind there with Drew McIntyre. I'm sure Drew McIntyre isn't going to be too pleased at this either. Kips up to his feet, the Scottish Warrior. Batista looking for a DDT perhaps, but Drew McIntyre not allowing him to get it. Now Drew McIntyre into a suplex. I'm not sure if it's the right fight that the Animal wanted to pick, to be honest. It'll be a little bit embarrassing if the Animal Batista is unsuccessful here, because he's kind of forced himself into this matchup. He is the general manager. Oh, a leg drop connecting by the Scottish Warrior into the cover now. This one could be all over. No. Batista, plenty of fight left in him. Drew McIntyre back up to the top rope once again. He's going to fly once more, perhaps. Looking to get Batista back to his feet. And Drew McIntyre going to fly, wiping out the Animal Batista. Well, Batista must be a little bit rusty. I'm not sure, again, if this was the right match to throw yourself into, to be honest. Could have just given himself a title opportunity, but if that is what he's after. But the Animal is not going to lie down. He's not going to take a beating nicely. And Batista just slamming Drew McIntyre down into the canvas and into a neck breaker there. Batista, what's he going for here? Looking for a submission hold perhaps, and the referee calling a rope break. I'm not too sure about that one, to be honest. Drew McIntyre's feet were near the ropes, but we've definitely seen people have, a huge kick in the corner there, have their feet closer to the ropes and have it not given. So a bit surprising that. I'm not sure whether Batista is really gonna be too pleased with that decision, but Drew McIntyre gonna fly with an elbow drop to the heart of Batista into the cover now. The referee slides in, but just a 1 count. Batista, plenty of fight left in him still. So making his way back to his feet. Drew McIntyre's been impressive so far in this matchup and in this Universe mode, to be honest. He took out Randy Orton, but Randy Orton has kind of started to slip towards that more sadistic side that we know of him. Spine buster delivered by Drew McIntyre to Batista. Oh, Batista into a bit of a possum pin here. Roll up. This one could be all over. Oh, Drew McIntyre able to get the shoulder up and stamping away at Drew McIntyre now. Now Batista sending Drew McIntyre into the ropes. Goes underneath over the top. Now Drew McIntyre slammed down to the canvas. Drew McIntyre's the one in trouble now. Big right hands, connecting elbow to the face. It looked like Drew McIntyre was looking for the Glasgow kiss there, but Batista was able to avoid it. Drew McIntyre with a claymore out of absolutely nowhere into the cover now. Batista's in big trouble. Drew McIntyre, no. Oh my word, I thought that was it. But Batista able to get the shoulder up. The crowd loving what they're seeing at the moment. Oh, Batista able to fight his way back into this one though. Sending Drew McIntyre into the corner. Now targeting the leg. Smart decision by the Animal. Wipe out the legs, and Drew McIntyre can't deliver that claymore. Drew McIntyre back to his feet quickly, but straight back into the grasp of the Animal. And now Batista with the spine buster into the cover now. Batista feels like this is enough to put Drew McIntyre away, but it's not. Big kick out by Drew McIntyre. Well, what a main event this is turning out to be. Little did I expect the Animal Batista to be in action here tonight, especially against the Scottish Warrior of all people. Well, Batista feeling it here. Is he going to take some tips from Asuka perhaps and maybe look for a count-out victory? Drew McIntyre not going to make it that easy though. Batista sends Drew back into the ring, so it doesn't look like he is going to look for the count-out. Drew McIntyre on the canvas. Batista just kind of stalking his prey at the moment, but he may have taken a moment too soon. No, he may have just baited Drew McIntyre in and into the Batista bomb. This one's surely all over. The Animal to progress in the King of the Ring tournament. Oh my word, the general manager has progressed in the King of the Ring tournament. My word. Well, he's wiped out Cody Rhodes in the process. What on earth is happening on Friday Night Smackdown? So progressing in the King of the Ring tournament is none other than the Animal Batista. He's going up against Randy Orton, of all people. Two former Evolution members going head to head in the semi-final of the King of the Ring tournament.